Let me do a story time. Let me do a little story time. Let me do a little story time. Let me do a little story time of how I got kicked out of school. It is a bit of a wild story. It sounds so made up, but it isn't. I promise you. This is literally how the day went. Cool. So in year 8, how old are you in year 8? You were like 13, right? I'm not gonna listen to your story. I'm gonna time you out. I'm saying my story first. Get timed out. Cool. So, year 8, 13, cool. Well, bad kid. Trust me. Suspension, all that. I was just not the best kid. Right? One day rolls past, I get into this massive fight. Like, as in massive. Like, everyone's brawling. And then they picked me from the fight, and I was like, okay, I might be out of here. Right? Cool. Got to the head teacher's office. I'm sitting there. He's like, yo, take a seat. I said, cool.
Man, I'm dead.
Cool. He's like, oh, it's been brought to my attention that you've been in yet another fight. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm out this time. He said, bear in mind, for the story purposes, they never call my mom. Because she's always at work, right? They never call my mom. So when this guy said, your mom's on the way, I ran out the office immediately. First thing, booked it out the office. Booked it out the building. Booked it out the gates. I have now left school. Because that's how afraid of my mom I was at that time. If she hears that I got kicked out of school, she would whoop my ass, bro. And yet, I decided to do something even dumber. So, I'm on my way to the train station, right? First thing I see when I look behind me is a teacher running full speed at me. So I start running as well, right? Because I don't know why they're chasing me. They might bring me back to the office, talk to my mom, So I was like, no, there's no way. I'd rather just hide out until I have to go home, you know? Start booking it full force, directly into the train station. First thing I see, police. They said, stop right there. You think you could tell a 13-year-old to just stop and he's gonna listen? Especially not me. Jump over the gates. First thing I see at the stairs, there was already a police officer there. It was already wraps for me.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
So I was like, I'm more afraid of my mom than jail. I don't know how that correlated at the time, but I didn't care. Bow right in his chest. 13-year-old me decides to punch a police officer. What's wrong with me?
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
What's actually wrong with me? You should have been listening the whole time, bro. It's a very interesting story. I told you that from the beginning. Yeah, that's what I did at 13, and that's how I ended up in Kenya. My mom was having absolutely none of that. She saw me punch the police officer. I'm not gonna say what she did to me. but she sent me to Kenya. She sent me to Kenya after that. I stayed there for 3 years, and now we back. No, I'm not in Kenya right now, you idiot.